What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all, it's your girl Amber here. If you know me, you know me. If you don't know me, get to know me. I'm Amber Mabry. I am popping up really, really quick. Hopefully, this will be a less than 15-minute, less than 10-minute video just to say a few things. Okay. Before I say that, I hope you're having a good day. It's very cold here in Columbus, Ohio, but be used to it. I mean, I hear there's snow coming. I'm hoping that they're lying and they don't know what they're talking about. But anywho, I am here today to talk about vision boards, why you should have one, the benefits, and just my personal testimony of how I have used vision boards in my life and how I've helped other people vision map and plan intentionally for the things that God has put on their heart, for the things that they just desire. And hopefully, by the end of this video, you have a bit of encouragement. Okay, encouragement only the way I can do it, and that you are charged and reminded to cast your vision, to be intentional, not just because it's a new year, but because God has given you breath in your body. He has given you purpose. He's given you time and ability. So we should be intentional with these resources and with the opportunities that we have. So without being long-winded, the video or the caption here is, what is a vision board? Okay, so if you don't know what a vision board is, it's okay. And I'm that person who I encourage people to do vision boards. I'm not against if you never do a vision board, but I will say this, most of us who create vision boards, most of us who are intentional to think about, to sit down, to reflect on what it is we desire, and we actually map it out the same way we would plan a trip or plan whatever. We map out what we want to see happen in our lives. We are more productive, most of us. We are more conscious of our strengths and our abilities, and we execute more throughout our lives when we have a plan or when we have a desired plan, right? Because many are the plans of a man's heart, but it is the Lord's will, it's the Lord's counsel, it's the Lord's direction that will prevail. We know that, right? But that does not give us an out to not ever sit down, be intentional, plan, pray first, and plan what we want, because it helps us to get it done. And so, really quickly, we'll talk about what is a vision board, some of the benefits, my personal testimony, and then I'm going to invite those in Columbus to join us for a free vision board party happening this Saturday. So, a vision board is basically a visual display of your current or future aspirations, goals, intentions. It can be something that's just focused on one thing, or it can be a plethora of things. The goal is that when you see it, you are reminded, and you can reflect over and over again. You can meditate on your desires or what you're believing God for, or whatever. And I have an example right here. So this is the vision board. Now, let me take this down. First, let me say what it is. So it's a visual display, and why you should create one. We all need motivation. We all need reminders. We all need inspiration. And so vision boards is something that you put before you. It's not a one and done, but you create it and you put it before you. And sometimes throughout the months or the days, you may need to tweak it. You may need to change it. Why? Life happens, right? Things change, desires change, but it's something that you can constantly put before you, so that you can stay on track, so you can stay motivated and inspired to reach your intentions. And so, as you see here, it is also an easy, affordable way to do that. You don't have to pay somebody to hold you accountable or do all these other things. If you can hold yourself accountable, which that's a whole nother challenge, but if you have this before you, for a lot of us, it is a great way to stay on track, to stay motivated. And as you also see here, it also supports your personal growth. And so I will remove this. I'm going to show you my board, but before I do, I want to talk briefly about how vision boards have supported me in my life. So if you don't know me, I am a graphic designer, I'm an author, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I wear a lot of hats, okay? And I always have and I always will. As long as God gives me breath, y'all will never see me doing just the one thing because He has gifted me, He has blessed me with so many things. I'm gonna use everything, okay? So, for that reason, when I use vision boards, it really helps me to conceptualize, it helps me to organize my thoughts, and it helps me to organize my life. And so, in most cases, when I do boards, I create categories. You have health, you have family, you might have marriage, you might have finance, you might have business, because all of these parts make up who we are, right? And so for me, having a vision board, I don't do them religiously in some days and some years, or sometimes I never do them. I might just make a list of intentions. And if you are that person who you like, I'm not making no board, I would still challenge you to make a list of intentions. It doesn't have to be a 2024 list of intentions. It can be a daily list of intentions. And so when we write things down, man, when you write things down, and I love journal books, I have books all the time, and I'm probably going to create my own journal book. But when you write things down, they come to pass. Even I just flipped this book open to Vision Defined Women 2024. I have different journals where I have written different things about vision defined women. And if you've watched me or you know me, you know that's starting to bloom and blossom. Where did that come from? It came initially from a thought, then it came from meditating and praying on it, right? Then it came from brainstorming. Then it came from writing the vision. And then it came to execution, right? It's very, very important that we take time to think about what it is we desire, what are the things God has been nudging us and telling us to do, and encouraging us to start, not just for us, but for His glory, right? After that comes the actual planning, which is why vision boards are so important. I didn't go over it. I'll pop this back up real quick, but there are some great, great benefits of vision boards. I'll continue my testimony. So throughout my life, when I write things down, even if it's in a book, a journal book, or an actual board, this is the board I created last year at Made for More. Okay, this was my 2023 Made for More vision board. And I have to be honest, a lot of things happened in 2023. I have up here Style Maker, designed for really big, healthy, fresh wins. And I had found a picture of Hammer. I said, Hammer Time Moves. I had some Hammer Time moves in 2023. I had some relaunch items on here, marriage, marriage of real talk. I had some financial goals on here, which I did hit my highest paid year as an entrepreneur, business owner last year. That was my highest paid year this year. And I'm gonna put it out there because I know somebody gonna catch the drift and gonna touch and agree with me. But this year is gonna be my highest year as a independent designer. My goal is 100K this year. That is 100K. Okay. I've never made 100K as a solopreneur, as an entrepreneur. This is going to be the year. Okay. And I'm telling you that for a reason. When you make this board, it's not only for you and God, but I think when we ask other people to partner with us and believe with us and push us into purpose, great things happen, y'all. Great things happen. So how great is going to be when I can come back next year with a new vision casting, which is really what a vision board is, casting your vision to say, hey, guess what, y'all? Remember I said I did it. We did it. It's going to happen. And so the blessing of making vision boards is that you take time for yourself. That's one of the benefits. Number two, and let me bring this back up. You are able to reset and reignite your inspiration. Many of us, sometimes inspiration dies out, and that's okay. But we need to reignite it again, right? Because if you don't spark your fire, if you don't get reignited for your own life, guess what? Ain't nobody gonna do it for you, baby. It's your life. It's your life. And so you also, when you do vision boards, you get to identify your strengths. Hey, last year I did really good in this area. These are some areas that I have some opportunities to tweak, but these are my strengths. Let me play on those strengths more. You can realign, like I already said, and organize your life. Maybe this is not the season to focus on X, Y, and Z. Maybe this is the season for me to do this and this, right? If we don't sit down, get quiet enough, and go inward, a lot of times we don't even know where we're going and we don't know what we want. So then we just get everything. And sometimes everything causes us frustration, depression, confusion, because without a vision, the people perish, right? Without a vision, we are everywhere. And let's just be honest. If you're on social media for any amount of time, confusion comes easy. Delusion comes easy because you thinking of focusing on what everybody else got going on. Get your own plan, get your own vision, get quiet. Benefits of a vision board or vision listing, mapping it out on paper, and you get to organize your thoughts. And then you can know this is the area I need to work on accountability, or I need accountability right here, right? I recognize in the last 6 months, I have been lax in this area, right? Instead of going into the new season or the new year doing the same thing, I need accountability in this area. It also helps us to recognize the blessing of setting time aside to focus on ourselves and the goal, the passions, the purposes God has put in us so we can be intentional. And it's also a lot of fun to create something. So I just noted those. You'll learn more about that if you are joining us this weekend. Again, some of this conversation is coming straight from what I will be sharing this weekend. But even more than that, it's really a good time. And for some people, it's like, oh, it's not January 1st. It don't matter when you do it, it's that you do it. And one of the things I will be talking about this weekend, and let me pull that slide up next. One of the next things I'll be talking about this weekend at this awesome event, free for all women. Okay, if you are in Columbus, Ohio, is this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. to 12 noon. It's called Made for More. It's an every month women's gathering social. Okay, and you are free to come out. I'm actually going to be the speaker this weekend. And one of the main things that I will be talking about during this event is procrastination, 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 why we procrastinate, why we should stop procrastinating, and how vision boards, vision casting can actually help you to stop procrastinating. And so, I will put a little note up here so you can learn more about that. But it is called Made for More. It is this coming Saturday, like I said, and it's from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. It's free for all women. And what's going to be awesome is that we're going to be creating boards, y'all. So this is the one I created last year. You'll probably get this size. I will say, if you do have your own board, and or items that you want to bring them. But if you don't, they'll have plenty there for you to create your own board. If you have your own magazines or other items, feel free to bring. I'm going to show y'all my board that I'm bringing. I'm actually making this year a prayer board / vision board. I found this at the thrift store, y'all. It's like a glittery board. Can you see that? How cool is that? So I'm bringing this, and I have push pins, and I am bringing some different colored envelopes because I'm making a prayer board. If you've never learned about a prayer board, similar to a vision board, but it's not really prosperity focused, it is spiritually focused. And you put different prayers up there, prayers that you want answered. Then when God answers them, you can put them in the answered prayers envelope. I will also be putting up here some financial goals, marriage goals, business goals. And so it'll be array. You'll probably see, I may start on it before the event, but if not, you'll see me working on that at the event. So in short, if you do have your own items, I did confirm you can bring them. Envelopes, markers, these are just different things I'm planning to use on my board. Different index cards that I'll put inside of my envelope. If you have scriptures, quotes, affirmations, these are the different things that generally go on a vision board. And again, the goal is that you are able to put this board somewhere that you frequent often, your office, your bedroom, probably not your bathroom, but if you got a big enough bathroom, it's not going to get messed up from your hot showers, maybe not the bathroom, but typically your office, a living room, a space that you can frequently look at it and remember and go back to. What I love to do at the end of each year going into the new year is reflect. Sometimes, let's just be honest, I forget about my vision board. I won't this year because a prayer board is more interactive. You are using the prayers and praying and conversing with the Lord using that board. However, when I do boards like this, sometimes I just kind of forget what I was thinking about. Now, I would encourage, if you do a vision board, visit it monthly at least. Because again, it's supposed to help you stay on track with your intentions and your goals. And sometimes the best thing you can do after you do a vision board is not stuff it in a corner, but put it out somewhere where you will see it. But then step two, tell somebody about it. Send them a picture of it. So someone outside of you is holding you accountable to reach those intentions. It's important. And you'll be amazed what happens when we plan our desires or at least cast them, right? Pray first. And I didn't say that. Before you do vision boards, I highly encourage that you pray, because some things we want, God don't even want us to want. Lord, purify my desires, purify how I use my time. Help me to manage my time better. Help me to clear out anything I don't need to be focused on in this season, because every season's not for everything, right? So that when you put things on the board, it's not just, throwing things at a wall. It's intentional to what God has you focus on for this season of your life. And then you add scriptures and encouragement and quotes, and you just be amazed how much these, what may seem simple or not necessary to some, like it makes a difference when you cast your vision. So, all that to say, I hope that you are encouraged to write your vision. The other thing with creating vision boards is that you are authoring what you want. Only you can do that. You are authoring. So for me, my authorship is that I want to be better with my health this year. I'm actually about to get an Apple Watch, and I want to close my rings daily. And I'm going to find one or two or more women, particularly, who want to be held accountable. And we're going to check in with each other. You close your rings today? Just little small acts like that will go a long way. That's one of my goals. My other goal, I already told you, 100K this year is Amber Mabry's goal, okay? I am going to do that by strategically aligning my services and the offerings in a different format, delegating where I need to delegate, right? And so I'll end this. When you put things on a board, it's not just something to throw up there, but after you write whatever those things are, guess what? Sometimes you got to go back and do a little homework and finesse specific, measurable, realistic, timely milestones, right? SMART. I missed one of the letters, but SMART, attainable. So SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely goals. Okay. So that you can make sure if in 12 months you want to complete X, Y, and Z, what are those small steps, action steps you're going to complete to get the goals done? If not, it's just a cute board. If not, it's just something to do. And we ain't got time to be wasting time making things that don't make no difference. Okay. So, anyway, I'm out. I hope to see all of you at Made for More this Saturday. Again, it is 10 a.m. to 12 noon. 10 a.m. to 12 noon at 7260 Smoky Row Road, Columbus, Ohio 43235. And I can't end this without giving the biggest shout out to Pastor Angie Yowzy. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share with the ladies a bit on vision and the importance of us not procrastinating. This is not the time to procrastinate on anything, but let alone what God's put in us, the visions, the dreams, the desires. It's time to thrive. So thank you for the opportunity. And everyone stay encouraged. There's a lot going on right now, but you know what? We're here on purpose with a purpose. So take one moment at a time. Sometimes we got to rest, but there's a time to rest and there's a time to plan, believe, and do. And those are my three words y'all hear me talking about on Saturday. Plan, believe, and do. We're going to pray and plan. We're going to believe what God says, and we're going to execute. We're going to do the work. God bless you. Stay encouraged. Talk later.